Hello, everybody, and welcome to more of playing the video game collection. Right now, we're on combat, playing Pong tanks in the dark late at night, and we're just seeing what happens. Now, I'm gonna admit, I actually quite well enjoy combat. It's just getting someone else to play is a little tricky at times. See, I have this picture from when I was like, I don't know, 8 years old. Sister seemed utterly disinterested in playing this game. So, yeah. Yeah, let's send him over here for a little while. So we're playing one player. I mean, I gotta say, it's a pretty good game when you consider the fact that this was the first one for the system. And yes, we're starting mid-game. So, I'm probably going to choose to keep this one until I can get myself a proper Atari branded copy of Combat. So yeah, there it is. As you can see, we can show you, it's got a lot of different variations on it. Invisible tanks, jet planes, biplanes, all that fun stuff. Anyway, let's move on to the next game. I think I'm going to hold on to this one just a little longer because, I'm playing these late at night because I want to get this done. And yeah, cam off is the case. Anyway, let's move to the next video. Speaking of tanks, right here we have Robot Tank. Yeah, this one I like even better, and it's one player, and we can start blowing things up. We already took... There we go. We got another one. Yeah, we're tearing them down tonight. Well, there goes one tank. Oh, we just nailed that one right off the bat. Yeah, you have another tank coming over. Oh, he got us again. There you go. Rain alert. We're having a good round of this tank game, aren't we? Man. We're landing kills in a robot tank left and right tonight. Oh, I get another bonus tank. This feels like Darkland in Super Mario Bros. 3. Dang nabbit. Oh, we still have one? 1 day and 22 hours later. That didn't take long. Anyway, Robot Tank is definitely a keeper, so Yeah, let's move on to the next game. We all know what this game is, and I think we all know what the answer is going to be, but we'll play it anyway. Classic Pitfall. There we go. What you didn't know is everything's kind of on that same clock in this game. Yeah, so let's see how far we can make it in this game. This isn't going to be the 3-hour marathon that the other one was, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to say this has been a real torture test for the CX78. I'm thinking I might have to actually do some mild tweakery to the gamepad to make it not stick as much. Yeah. There we go. Got to cross those nice and quick. First treasure of the night. There we are. Yeah, here we are. And then right across that. I think we can just run across that. Yep, we should be fine there. Let's see if we can last the full 20 minutes. Pretty good at edging up to these swamps and quicksand so we don't get sucked in. Yeah. There we go. Come on. Now we gotta run, we gotta jump. Another one. Edge up to the edge of the quicksand. Wait for it. Let's go. I always like this game. I know it's seems kind of pointless to be playing the ones I really, really like, but come on. We're doing this for fun, too. Stupid move. That's why I always wait for the pit to be open. Ooh, we almost ran into that snake. Okay. Alright, we're going to go up here. You can see it's going pretty good. I'm going to swing across that vine. There we go. And I think that's a good enough round of that. But yeah, we all know Pitfall was going to make it into the lineup. Next game. Well, of course, we have this one. We all know it's a keeper. It's Pitfall 2. Like one of the hardest to find Pitfall games ever. And it has music. There's a way to dodge that creature. There you go. Gotta look out for that electric eel, you know. The key with the scorpion is to keep moving. Alright. Treasure. Safe state. Another treasure. That's one way to get your way through the maze. 32,031. Oh. And now we get the sad music. Yeah, we're making all sorts of dumb mistakes today, aren't we? Well, tonight. We gotta move fast if we want to survive. Grab them. Let's wait for this guy. See if there's something here we can get. Oh, nice. More treasure. I'm doing really good at grabbing treasure tonight. Don't know how he doesn't fall down the hole. Next save spot. Okay, now we got to where the balloon is. Let's see. We have to grab it just at just the right time. now we've got Rhonda, so his wife's safe now. Here's a cheap trick to get us a little further across the level. Ooh. We just got a diamond ring. This is about as far as I usually make it into the game before I start really messing things up. And it sent us back. Anyway, that's far enough into this. This is Pitfall 2. This is a keeper, and you got to see me get about as far as I've ever gotten in it, so. Next game. This is another one of those where we're going to be like, okay, yeah, we know this is a good one, so. I almost always play as Casio, so we'll play as Casio. This is where I start kicking the crap out of Hacky Sack. $30,000 at Hacky Sack. That's the best I've ever done. Alright, now it's time for this. Skateboarding. Nice. Whoa, I just scored a point before I even got... This is where we should have been playing Tom Petty's Free Fallin'. Remember the half pipe from that video? Here we go. Yeah. Oh, he just farted on the tree. Well, let's get him across there. Yeah. Well, we got something for 330 points. Yep, we'll get that. We've already collected a bunch of flags. Right. Well, we just got some more points here. We're gonna get some speed out now. I gotta get some speed. Not doing as good as I usually do. Yeah, here we go. Let me get that next flag. Ooh. Ha. There we go. Now we're getting near my usual point standing on this. He's getting his ass kicked by all the tree stumps. And the trees. Yeah, 13,000. Oh, we just... Not my level best, but pretty dang close. Alright, surfing time. Alright. We made 300 there. I found surfing you do the best. Wipeout. Where's the Surfaris when you need them? Ah. Here we go. Now we're racking up some points. Come on. Yeah. Surfing is the hardest one. Over the horizon. Never. Whoa, that was good. So it is, California Games. Next game. We're keeping this one for sure. Now let's play SwordQuest Earthworld. We're getting into the two most complicated games I have. This one I have a particularly tricky preference of whether to keep it or not, because it has all sorts of cool stuff. It has a manual and a comic book, and I even have like the original notes from the guy who played it back in the 80s. And all that came with my Heavy Sixer, so that's kind of why this game is a little intriguing to me. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a long play on my channel, but we'll see. Alright, so each room is kind of based off the sign of the zodiac. So like if I go up here, we have this. Thing is, these mazes are really hard. Like this one, I can't even tell if... It sounds like someone wanted to play Odd V0. I mean, it looks cool, but it feels like they were playing with visual effects a little too much. So in some rooms you have things like those kinds of puzzles, and then you have rooms like this. Like Scorpio there that has that. Probably want to drop the necklace here. And then we'll take this candle, because you need it. And we just walk up through here. Now we can see all this shit while we run through it. So none of these puzzles are all that easy. Might want to take the key too. I'm not sure the ring really does anything, so we'll just drop that in this room. I'll take that key. The key allows us to run from room to room through these side sections. It's like we can go run this way through them. I don't know what that is. Oh, we already did that. Whatever. And I think you have to drop off appropriate items in certain rooms. Like we go up to this room. What's in? There's a hint. So you look up page 16 and read line 4, and it's a start of like some sort of anagram of some kind. I mean, here's a like Atari's attempt at a terrible version of Frogger. Anyway, enough of this crap. We're gonna move on to the next game. Here's a familiar one. Raiders of the Lost Ark, which we already played earlier this year. Yeah, we're gonna go here and buy a flute. So the thing about this game is it uses 2 controllers. It uses 2 controllers right there to allow you to do stuff. Yeah, so now we have the flute. So I'm using a CX40 to turn that on. Now we wait about 15 seconds. It said that you can wait about 15 seconds and then you should get like another item in the baskets. So let's test that theory. So far we're not getting anywhere. Alright, now we need to go here. We need to pick the hand grenade and not get... There we go. We'll need that timepiece. And now we need the whip. So, thing that's kind of fun about this game, fun anecdote about this game is I actually used the instruction manual when I was like 7 to make a book for my sister of the game for whatever reason. I'm not sure what possessed me to do that. I was a kid, so. Oh, we got the Inca. We might want to drop the gold. This is called multitasking, something you have to do a lot of in this game. And then we're going to go in here and hopefully we have to go all the way back to the whip and whip our way back through the wall. Can you believe I've never actually played this well until I turned about 40 years old? Yeah. Crazy, huh? There we go. Now we're back in here. Now we need that again. Now when you go down here, you want to kind of go here. Here we go. And now we get to go through this whole mesa thing, which like you have to push out. And you have to make sure you don't trap it in a certain region. And then you want to kind of get it. So there you go. It's kind of the trick, is to get it kind of right in the right spot. So right now, we're going to wait for the ball to go back over that. And then you have to go. Now we got to turn off the Anka somehow. For some reason, it doesn't let us do it, so you have to drop it. And then you can walk down there. And then we get eaten alive by what I assume is that Nazi bastard from the previous game. And if you stay on the brown, you walk faster, but you have to watch for those tsetse flies while you're down here. And then here we go. We're back up here again. And then we got to go find our way through. Now we got to go back and get that object again and try and get back over there. So now we got to go back to our whip and whip through our way through the wall. Sometimes I wonder why this game couldn't have been rebranded Devo Adventure. Honestly, it looks kind of like the Devo flower pot on Indy's head. So let's go in here. Let's grab that and run. But yeah, we're going to try to get to the dang map room here. And then we got to get over 2 more. This is... Oh, seriously. We could also use the gun for this, but then I think it uses up bullets. I'm not sure how practical that is in this application. So we're going to turn our thing back on. And then we're going to go back to this. And then, you know, show you another way around again, I guess. The nice thing is when you have the grappling hook thing here, you can actually fail and not die by just hitting the fire button over and over. Me learning how to do that has made this game so much more fun. It's just really hard because the freaking ball graphic just moves so bloody fast. So now we got this guy here. I gotta drop that. You position yourself right in the middle. And then this is the precarious part. And then we gotta just watch for that. That's the key to the map room. And then we just have to wait until the sun rises. I think we need the chai too to find it, but to do that you'd have to get rid of the gun. We're not going to play all the way through this, but this is basically one of the parts where you find where to dig and stuff, and then you have to go down to some market and do a bunch of stuff. So, that's how far I've made it into Raiders of the Lost Ark at this point. Anyway, let's move to the next game. Now we can start on what I call the left controller games. I have a feeling this is going to be a keeper because I actually have the console that's supposed to come with it, which was the Sears Telegames Video Arcade version of the 2600. We're going to go to game 3. As I've learned through Atari Archive, this game is supposed to be like a version of a 1970s arcade game called it was called something like Fire Zone or something like that. And yes, this is the one-player game. This actually is kind of a fun little shooter if you're feeling destructive. Alright. It's finding the right timing to hit this right as it goes down the screen. Here we go. I'm losing. So that was their sea battle. I might keep this one in the collection for a while because this is literally the pack-in. So we'll hold on to this one for a while. Here's basketball. This is one I actually bought because of my wife, because she wanted to play it. This was in the movie Airplane. I'm absolutely terrible at it. Generally, it turns into a fair exchange of back and forth between me and the other player. I got it. Right now we're tied. I'm not doing too bad here. Ah, you rat. Ah. So yeah, it's like a 3-minute game of basketball. And it's not always easy. Ah. No, you moron. Here you go. pretty good game. I mean, it's a simple, basic basketball game. It's kind of like Home Run. They couldn't quite figure out how to get the real rules of the actual sport to work. It's probably more fun in two-player because this AI is pretty aggressive. Oh, come on, you. Ah. Wow, this is a long run. Come on. 45 seconds back on the clock. Dang it. And no, I'm not a sports person. I barely even qualify well enough to even play this. I gotta dig the oversized player sprites though, although they just look like stick figures. Ah, he stole that ball from me. Tied 54-54, and you can still play the game even after the game ends. You just don't win points. It's like a practice mode. It's kind of awesome. Yeah, that's me moving the character. Here I go right, here I go left. But the audio never truly ends either. Anyway, that was basketball. Now it's time to move on to... I think this one... I'm going to keep it until my wife tries it out. And then after that, then maybe we'll decide if we want to get rid of it. Anyway, now we move to the games that use the paddle controllers. Okay, so now we got one of my favorite paddle games. It's called Warlords. We're going to play around to that. This is the game where you move the paddle around to defend your kingdom. So let's get it started. I'm the yellow guy, just so you know. Took out green already. I found doing a wrist flick on blue really helps make that one easier to take out. There goes purple. I'm pretty good at this game. Oh, green took himself out. Oh. big part of blue here is to get that flick of the wrist just fast enough that doesn't affect your kingdom. Won another round. Ah. There we go. Wow. Well, you got me that time. Blue got around in. He's got 2 on me. Tiebreaker time, I guess. Wow, that was brutal. Oh. There we go. Wow. That's pretty awesome. I'm wearing pretty thin pretty fast this go around. Okay. Me and purple are going to be the first ones to go. Now we're all in the wide open. There you go. Got blue. Now you got to get Mr. Purple. So close, so close. Ah, come on. This is going to be one of the most brutal rounds of Warlords I've ever played. There we go. 5-2 between me and blue. Warlords, of course. I knew it was going to be a keeper. Awesome game. Let's start the next one. Here's one that doesn't look like much, but is freaking awesome. Astroblast. I enjoy that game a little more, but I think this go around that was pretty good. Yeah, so that was Astroblast. That's a definite keeper. Really freaking awesome game. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, so now time for a little bit of Pong. Let's play at Video Olympics. You gotta kind of follow that ball the whole time with your eyes to make sure you keep hitting it. Sometimes you can whammy it off course like that, like I did. Yeah, so that was Pong. Definite keeper, though. I mean, it's a classic. Gotta have it. The next game is the original Breakout, which my paddle was jittering because it was resting on my leg. So that was Breakout. I'm kind of on the fence with the original Breakout because, I mean, I like the variations in Super Breakout quite a bit more. So this one's going to be kind of a maybe, and it's going to go in the maybe pile, and we're going to revisit it. Now for Super Breakout with the awesome sound variety. Before we get started, I probably should make my paddle bigger. So let's get started here. Try it. So yeah, definite keeper. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because this is one of the other ones I like to play when I'm in the right mood. So, yeah, let's throw that in the keeper pile and then move on to the next one. Okay, so we know the drill here. Night Driver. Let's get started. There we go. Not doing too well at it. Man. This is doing terribly. That's the best I've done at this. Just to let you know, Night Driver is a really hard game to record because of the way, as you can see, the dots on the side of the road blink. It doesn't normally look like that. It's just a refresh rate issue with the game. Anyway, we have one more specialized controller game with the driving controller, and then we have one more game with joystick to tie it all up. Here's one of those games on the keep list for sure, and it's one of the most underrated ones. And check this out, I have the hard to get, or not hard to get, but rarely ever provided with it, driving controller. If you look really close, there's that race car logo, driving. I had to restick the logo. This came with my Heavy Sixer, hence why I got the controller. I need to get a second one of these so I can play 2-player with the wife. But anyway, let's get started. Indy 500 is one of my favorite games for the 2600. One of my more favorite newer ones. So that was Indy 500. That was a pretty fun little short spurt. After this, we have one more game to play, and then I think we're done with tallying up what the favorites are, and what we're keeping and what we're getting rid of. And last but absolutely not least in this is Video Pinball. So I might need to try Midnight Magic and see how it does compared to this. But anyway, let's get started with this one. Yeah. Oh, we're playing in A difficulty too. Oh my god, we just fried it. That's pretty cool. Let's restart again though. There we go. Yeah, I want to play in B difficulty. I'm not that good at this. So that's video pinball. I'm kind of on the fence with that one, to be honest. So that might be one of the ones we're going to put in the maybe pile. Anyway, that's all the 2600 games I have. I did have a second copy of Night Driver that's going in there. Probably going to be putting together with the ones in the reject pile, or I don't want to call it the reject pile because somebody else probably love those. What I want to do with those is I want to use those, maybe put together an entire package for someone who really wants to start playing these old Atari games and get like a broken 2600, fix it up. We'll do that here on the channel, and then we'll put it on eBay and have people bid on it. Anyway, this is creepingnet signing out, and I shall see you in the next video.